What's up, data friends? It's Yanis here and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take some Excel raw data that looks like this and turn it into this nice Power BI dashboard that looks like this. I am going to have the raw data uploaded in my GitHub page so you can download the file and practice with me. And before we jump into this video, let me just say that if you're passionate about data analytics and data science, then please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and enable notifications for my future videos. Right, the first thing we want to do now is to format our report page. So we're going to go over here, change the canvas settings to be custom, and I'm going to change this to 1500 and then the width to 1500 like this. Now I'm going to go over into view and I'm going to do fit to width. So we take all the space like this. Let's do maybe actual size. Yeah, I think this is nicer. Next, I am going to change this to classic since we are here because I prefer the classic theme. Yeah, that's fine. Next, I'm going to change the background color into light gray and then transparency to 0 like this. Now I'm going to load my images to make our report look nicer. So I'm going to go over here and then I think this is the one. Is this the one? Let me check. No, this is the one I need. I need 6. Yeah, I also need 7. Yeah, and I also need the other one too, but let's quickly add our background because this one is going to take all the page. So I'm going to do this. Well, actually, what we can do is change the style to be fill. There we go, like this. Now I'm going to add a rectangle in front of it, which is the shapes. Yeah, this one. I'm going to move it up here. I am going to change the fill to be the same fill as this one. I'm going to remove the border. Now I'm going to enable transparency, maybe, 24%, and then make this bigger. There we go, we have a nice background. Now we want to add our, I shouldn't have done that because I can't select it now. Yeah. Now we want to add our titles. So I'm going to create this text box. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to copy and paste our title so we save time. It's media overview, copy. Paste it over here, make this smaller, put it in the middle, and then I'm going to move it all the way at the top. Let me move it at the top, maybe here, and then here, like this, like this. Now I want to add the background, white, 0 transparency, like this. I want to add the shadows. Now I want to bring this to the front, so format, bring to the front. Like this, nice. Make this a bit smaller so it fits. There we go, nice, nice. And the last picture we need is going to be this one, maybe. Yeah. Then move it at the top, make it smaller, like this, and then move it over here, like this. There we go. So usually when you, did we miss this? Let me see. Format, bring forward, bring to the front. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Click. There we go. So usually when you're creating dashboards, the logos and the date goes at the top right and top left, but it's up to you. I'm just using a few images to make our report look nicer. Now we want to load our data. So we're going to click on Excel workbook and then we are going to select our data. I think this is the data. I am going to upload this in my GitHub page. It's going to be in the link description. I'm going to select sheet 1. This is our data. Click load. There we go. We have our data and I am going to rename our data into media_data because this is media data. Media data. Nice. Right. The first thing we want to do now is to add our slicers over here at the left-hand side. So we're going to need company, date, and media outlet. To do this, I am going to click on one of the slicers over here. I'm going to move it up here at the top. This is going to be the company slicer. Why I cannot select it? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Like this. Move it at the top. Make it a bit smaller. Add company into this slicer. Like click like this. There we go. You can see created the slicer itself. I am going to go over to the slicer settings. Actually, it's going to be over here, effects, background, white, zero transparency, shadows. There we go. Now I'm going to get the same size as this one, so we save time. So if I check it, 333 and then 271. So over here, I'm going to do 333 and then 271. So we don't have to play around with sizes all the time. Now I want to add a title, and the title is going to be the company name, like this. Title has to be black, and then maybe 13, bold, well, maybe 12, no, 13 is fine. Move it in the middle like this. In the visual, I want to remove the header like this. And I also want to add some padding. Where is the padding? There we go, maybe 2. Let's see. No, we need more. 3, 4, yeah, and then change the font color to black. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Nice. The next thing we want to add now is this combo graph we have over here. So if we click on it, is actually this one over here, line and cluster column chart, where we show both the number of articles posted and also the audience number. To do this, I am going to click on that graph. Actually, I'm going to copy and paste this because it keeps the same formatting with the white background and also the shading. I'm going to move it over here like this, let's say. I am going to make it bigger like this, or maybe a bit smaller. I am going to change this into the line and cluster column. In the x-axis now, I want to have the date, so date over here. However, as you can see, date is actually a number, so we have to fix this. And to fix this, we are going to go into the Power Query Editor and change the format of date from number to date. So I'm going to select date, and I'm going to change the format over here, the type, into date. Click replace. There we go. You can see now it's a date, and if I click close and apply, now date should be a date. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. You can see now it's a date. I'm going to remove it and add it again, and I want to keep the year and the month like this. And into our y-axis, we want to put the number of articles posted like this. And into our line axis, we want to add the audience number, which is the online views basically. We want to expand this like this, so it's by date. Next, we want to make this graph look nicer. So we're gonna start by changing the colors of the columns, let's say, to this light green over here. I am going to move our legends to the bottom center like this. I am going to change our legends to be the number of articles posted. So I'm going to remove the sum of. And for audience, I'm going to do the same. So this is the audience number. There you go, much nicer. We can actually increase the text of the legend like this. I think this is much better. Now for our secondary axis, I want to add the title. So we know what this is. This is the audience number, and we want to do the same for our y-axis. So we're going to enable it. So this is the number of articles posted. Next, we want to add the markers. So I am going to add markers. You see them over there. We can change the type of the marker. Let's move this at the top so you see it. Type, yeah, maybe this type, the color of the marker. Let's use, what color shall we use? Maybe this one, or maybe something more red. Yeah, this, we can change the size. As you can see, we can make them bigger. For the line now, if we want to remove the line, we can select the line and we can change the color of the line to white. Oh, I can actually click on show all. Yeah, there we go. So we remove the line, we just have the markers. And the last thing we want to do is to enable data labels. However, only for the audience number maybe. So for this one, I'm going to remove it. No, it's the other way around. So I want to enable it for the articles and remove it for the audience. There we go. And for the values, maybe we can make them a different color, maybe dark green. Oh, it didn't work because I did not change the correct one. Number of articles posted, yeah, dark green. There we go. And then can we change the direction? If we check, it's no, it's locked. We can't change the direction. I think this is fine. This is the articles posted and audience number by date. So we can change the title. I'm going to quickly copy the title from the other dashboard so we save time. So title, copy, and then come over here, title, paste, number of articles posted, and audience number by year and month. And the last thing is missing is that in audience number, we don't have red over here. And I think, let's try and find it. Under lines, we have to change the color is locked, but if I enable it quickly, change it to, I think it's this red, and then disable it. There we go. We have the red showing up, which is what we wanted. Right, moving on, we want to create these cards over here, which they have the total numbers. So the total number of articles, the total number of audience, the total number of articles last month, and then the last month for audience, and then the month over month down here. To do this, we are just going to copy this visual and paste it quickly, and we are going to change it into a card. So I'm going to move it over here, change it into a card, and this is the number of articles, which is the number we want actually. So we're going to make this a lot smaller, like this. We are going to go over here, remove the category, change the callout value to be none maybe, and then click over here, make this to the thousands. There we go. And this is the total number of articles. So number of articles, let's do a total NO of articles like this, and then I am going to copy and paste this because we need the same for the audience. So these two, they have to be smaller. Let me get the size. Width is 234, so select both, properties 234 like this, move them over here, and then let's align everything correctly. Select everything, format, align, and then distribute horizontally. There we go. And this is now going to be the total number of audience. So this is the articles, and then the audience is audience number over here, like this. Click on it, add the comma, there we go, and then change the title to the total audience. There we go. And then let's maybe change the color. I think it's not black. So over here, let me see. Yeah, it was not black, like this. Right, now I'm going to copy paste this twice. So this is one time. Let me check the height is 103. Okay, I need to change the height to 103. Let's do the same for this one, and then it's going to be the same for this one. Height 103, like this. Move it up so it takes this space over here. And this is now going to be the last month, which is the latest month audience, sorry, number of articles. So this one, there we go. We need to make this a number. There we go. And we need the same now for the audience. Actually, let me get the title so we save time. So I'm going to copy the title, and the title of this one is going to be the last month NO number of articles. Let me see if it's all visible. Yeah, barely is all visible. Let me move this and then copy, sorry, move this, copy this, paste, move it down here, take the same space. Nice. We need the number of audience, which is this number over here. Sum, yeah, click on it and then add the thousands, and then get the title quickly. So copy, come over here, general title, paste, and the title of this one is last month number of audience. You can see it's not all visible. And the last thing we need now is the month over month, which is what we have down here. And we have green if it's positive and red if it's negative. To do this now, we actually have to create a measure, because over here I have the measure. And the measure is basically this month divided by last month minus 1. To do this, we're going to move this back. We're going to right click over here. We're going to do new measure. We're going to name this measure as articles month over month, like this, equals. Then we want to sum the previous, not previous, the latest. So latest, what is this? The articles. So we want the last month number of articles, which is this one, divided by, close sum, divided by the sum of latest, and it's going to be the articles for the month before, which is this one over here. Close it, and then -1, click enter. And let's test this measure. So copy, paste, move it down here like this. And then put the articles month over month, click on it, make it a percentage point like this. And we are going to rename this into articles month over month. So articles month over month. We need to apply conditional formatting on it. So down here into the coloring, where is it? Visuals, call out value, the color, you can see over here that we can change this to be a rule like this. So if it's less than -9999 and it's less than 0, we want to have a red. And the new rule, if it's more or equal to 0 and it's less than 9999, then we want it to have this green over here. Click OK. You can see it's green because it's positive. I'm actually going to move this a bit up like this. And I am going to repeat the same process now for audience. So I'm going to create a new measure. I'm going to name it as audience month over month equals, and then we want to do the sum of the previous, latest, there we go, latest audience number, that's the one, divided by the sum of latest for the month before, audience, yeah, that's the one, and then -1, click enter, copy this, paste, move it over here like this, change the measure now to be the audience month over month, make this a percentage point, and also change the conditional formatting because now it's based on this number. So if I come over here and I click on this, I am going to change this to the audience month over month. Okay, there we go. Now we can, do we have any negatives? Let's check. Positive, there we go. You can see this is negative, it's minus. Yeah, positive, positive, both negative. You can see both of them negative. Right, so we have added, actually, wait, before we say that, let's make this a bit smaller. So make sure we take all the space, that's fine. This one a bit smaller. There we go, nice, everything works nice. Moving on, we want to add these next two slicers, so date and media outlet. So I'm going to copy this and paste it down here. I'm going to make it a lot smaller, and I'm going to name this as date. Let me put it here. Actually, let me move date first. So date over here. This is a slicer, that's fine. Come over here, settings. I want to have between like this, and over here I'm going to change it to date. There we go. So now we have the date. Let's see, it works fine. And the other one we need is the media outlet. So copy this, paste it down here, unselect this, and then unselect this, and then change our value into media outlet like this, remove. Let me check the sizes quickly, so I'll make sure we have the correct sizes. So this is 96271. Let me check. 96271, that's correct. Move it a bit up. And then this one down here takes the size of 271271, so 271. There we go. However, you can see not everything is visible, so I'm going to change the padding on this, which is, where is it? Is it here? No, values, padding. There we go. I'm going to remove just to make sure most of them are visible. Well, we can't have everything visible. We have too many media outlets. So I'm just going to leave it at 4, and then I'm going to change the title into media outlets. So copy, paste media outlets. There we go. Let's test it. There we go. It works fine. Right. Now we want to add these two bar charts over here. And this is the audience number by company, which is these companies. And this is the audience number by media outlet, which is this one's over here. To do this, I'm going to copy this, paste it down here like this. Make sure I take all the space. Make sure I take all this space. Let me check the size quickly. So it's 370. So over here, width, I'm going to say 370. There we go. And I am going to change now the style of this visual to be a cluster bar chart like this. And I'm going to have company name, which is the company name. And I'm going to have, what do we have? The audience number. So audience number into x-axis like this. Now I need to make it look nice. So I'm going to come over here, change the coloring into a light color. Maybe this light blue, maybe a bit darker blue. There we go, like this. We're going to add the data labels, and then the color of the data labels is going to be the dark blue of this one. Maybe make it bold. There we go, it looks nice. And then the title of this one, I'm going to copy and paste it again, is the audience number by company. So audience number by company, click over here. There we go, it looks nice. And let's test some of the visuals. There we go. Yeah, they work fine. And now I'm going to copy this, paste it. Sorry, copy, paste. There we go. Put it over here. And I am going to change the company name now to media outlet. So media outlet is over here. Move. There we go. We have the same graph now, which is a bar chart, but now instead of company is by media outlet. So we need to change the title. So I'm going to copy this, come over here, title, and then by, I'm going to have media outlet. Click over here, click over here. Yeah, everything works fine. Right, the next thing we need now is this donut graph we have over here, which has the audience by market. To do this, I'm going to copy this and then paste it and then change the style to this donut chart you see over here. And I'm going to switch the legend from media outlet to be the audience market. There we go. I'm going to make sure I take all the space. So I'm going to move it like this. I'm going to take all the space. I'm going to come over here and change. What do we change? The options over here, we want to show all the details like this. In the slicers, we want to change the colors into two different colors. What shall we do? Shall we do maybe this one and this one like this? And into the data labels, again, we want to change the value colors to be maybe something darker so it's easier to read. Maybe this one, maybe, no, this is dark, but we can actually make this bigger so it's easier to read. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't like these colors, so I'm going to go back into the two main colors we have used, which is these two colors over here. So it's more consistent, let's say. Right, let's change the title actually. This is the audience by market. So I'm going to copy the title from here, copy, and then come over here and then change the title. This is the audience by market. Right, the next section we're going to add now is the country stuff. So we want the country slicer, we want the map, and then we want this table that has the country's data. To do this, I'm going to copy and paste this slicer, copy, paste down here. Let me check the sizes quickly so we don't lose time. The size is 337. So I'm going to come over here, general properties, height is going to be 337. There we go. We need to change this to be country. Where is country? Is over here like this. And then the title is going to be country. So I'm going to copy this, paste it. There we go, country. Now we want to create the map. And to create the map, we're going to copy this, paste it. Make sure we take most of this space. I think it's up until here, like this. Now we want to select the map. You see, this is the map. We want to add the country into the location, and we want to add the audience audience number into our bubble size like this. And into our legend, I think we have the audience market. So this is going to tell us whether it's the US or if it's outside the US. So this is what we have above here. Now we want to format our map to look nicer. So I'm going to change this to dark. I am going to move our legend to bottom center. I'm going to make this bigger like this. I'm going to remove the title. So international coverage should be green. So I'm going to go back to the bubbles, colors. International is, yeah, it's the green. Is it? Yeah, it's the green. And the US is the blue. So US, can we do blue? Is it going to look nicer? Yeah, blue, maybe this blue, or is it darker blue? Yeah, I think this is fine. And now we need to change the title, and the title of this one is going to be the audience by market, sorry, by country. So audience, let's do by country. Yeah, like this. Shall we add the data labels? Maybe we can't. Let's check how it's gonna look. So category labels, is it too much? Let's check. Sorry, let's check not the country. Let's check this. Yeah, maybe it's too crowded. So probably gonna remove the category labels because it's too much. Yeah, fine. So the next thing we want to do now is to add the table with the data. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and then move it over here. Make sure we take the same space as above. Yep, like this, same space. I'm going to change this to be a table. So we have the country, the audience, and we also need the articles posted, which is what we are missing. Where is it? Number of articles posted. So let's move it over here. We're going to change the namings now. This is going to be the audience number. This is going to be the articles posted. We are going to change the style of this table now to be minimal, like this. We're going to make this smaller, and then let's make this take a bit more space. And what we want to do in the articles posted, maybe we want to add a cell element. So I'm going to select these. I'm going to add data bars like this. And I'm going to change the coloring of these data bars to be this light blue. There we go. Order it. There we go. US is the first. Let's make the column headers to be a bit bigger so we can read them. There we go. Country, smaller, number, audience number, like this. Articles posted. Yeah, I think this is fine. Something else we can do is that we can increase the values like this, so it's easier to read. But they're going to take more space, but it's okay. There we go. And then the last thing we need is the title. So this is the audience and articles. So audience and articles posted, and then by country, space by country. Let's check it, how it looks. There we go. It looks fine. Let's test it. Select this. There we go. Filters. Select this. Yeah, US. Fine, fine. Date maybe. Let's change the date. Yeah, it works fine. Nice. Everything works fine. Right. And the last thing we need now is a summary table down here at the end. As you can see, that pretty much has all of our data. To do this, I am going to copy this, paste it, and then make sure I take all the space so it's a bit smaller, and then move it up like this. Take all the space like this, change the title. So actually remove the title because it's going to be all of our data. And into our columns, we're going to start with date. And our date is not going to be the hierarchy. It's going to be the actual date like this. Then we want the company name. We want the media outlet. We want the country. We want the audience number. We want the articles posted. And we also want to have the latest month's numbers. So this is the latest month audience, and this is the latest month articles posted. So maybe the title is too much. Is it too much? No, it's okay. Nice. Let's take more space for our values like this. Let's use all of our space. Let's see, United States, maybe media outlet a bit bigger. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe you a bit smaller. Yeah, that's fine. We already have the data bars into articles posted, and now we can also add data bars into the audience number. And to do this, we can go over here, cell elements, select our field, audience number, add the data bars, change the color to our light green, and also do right to left. There we go. So now they're opposite, as you can see. We don't have the values in articles posted. Oh, we do. They're all the way over here. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's test if everything works with the slicers. So if I select this, yeah, it filters, Italy, France. Nice. Let's do date maybe. Let's move this over here. It works. Yeah, everything works as it should. Right. So I hope this gives you a very good understanding of how you can use Power BI to build a very detailed report that has lots of insights and different breakdowns, and people in the wider business can use, filter, so they get the data they need. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've gained enough value out of this video. If you feel like you did, then I would really appreciate it if you click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and enable notifications for my future videos.